right, guys, this is the 5-ish month update for the planted aquarium. There's been a lot of changes. The first ones that are very visible that you would have seen in the time lapse at the beginning is I cut down all of the Ludwigia there. I'm still debating on how I want to arrange the tank coming up. I think I'm going to change up some of the plants. It just got a little too overcrowded with the planting, and that's really great, but it just means that there's a lot more maintenance on the tank, and I don't like doing a ton of maintenance. Usually I'll do like weekly maintenance, but it was getting pretty out of control, especially with the Amazon frogbit, the Amazon plants, the floating plants. Those get pretty crazy. I started with like 10 of them, and then if you watch the very beginning of the time lapse, I might put like a little screenshot. This entire tank just gets filled. Oh, and there's a shrimp getting eaten. Little baby shrimp just got ate up, gobbled right up. And that'll just bring me straight to my next point, the tetras. So that's kind of the reason that I have the tetras, is to take care of some of the shrimp problem. That big guy just gobbled up one of the babies, but that was kind of the purpose, because if you look, there are a lot of shrimp, and I love the shrimp, don't get me wrong, but I counted 65 of them just sitting there counting them. And if I counted 65, there's probably double or triple that, because I have a ton of them that are going to be back there in the rotala. I'm going to have a ton that are all camped up in the rocks there. But if you just look, everywhere you look, you're going to see little baby shrimp. Little baby shrimp. Like right there, we got a tiny little one. We got one right there. Like if you just, pause the video, you could probably count 15 of them in any frame. So a big reason that I got the tetras is to weed out some of those shrimp, and that was kind of the original plan that I was going for the tank. I just never got around to it because I love the shrimp, but when you have that many, you definitely need some predation, or else the shrimp are just going to get out of control. I mean, this one's already buried right now. This mama here, she's probably about to have those, and I mean, and if for example, usually they'll have around 10 to 20 babies. And if they have 10 to 20, then probably 5 or 6 of them will survive when you have some tetras or some fish to feed on them. So, the tetras, I got them yesterday, but they seem to be doing great. I got 10 of them. I might honestly get 5 more just to fill out the school a little bit more, because they don't really, they school, but they're not really, like, see how they're kind of scattered in 2 different ones, and you get a little bit bigger of a school, and then that can create some more cool behavior with them. But I really loved the growth of the tank. Because that Amazon spread all the way up there, a lot of the plants, you can see the bottom leaves have kind of thinned out because it was so dark in the tank. And that's a big reason that I cleared everything out, because I just didn't like how dark the tank looked. And if you look over here, like my alternate anthera, it pretty much died off because it was so dark, and it got all straggly when I liked it more bushy. And so I'm gonna try and do more maintenance with the Amazon, because that was really the big thing, is those things will explode after just a couple days, but everything else stays pretty low key. I'm honestly debating trimming some of the rotala and then transporting it sort of back here and almost getting rid of the Ludwigia. I really love the look of the Ludwigia, but it sends these aerial roots out everywhere, and the roots just look kind of bad. So we'll see what I end up doing, but this has been about 4 months. The S. repens has almost completely carpeted the bottom. It's really not grown as much as I would have hoped, but it looks great. Like the ones over here, I could probably trim off those ones and then plant some more over here. But since the lighting and everything is so good, they've gotten really bushy. But I was hoping that I'd get some taller ones to trim off. We'll see though. I might honestly do that in the next update video. Sorry I haven't updated you guys very often. I just got super busy and then haven't had time to film like a proper update video. So this one might be a little bit different style, but nonetheless, the tank is doing fantastic. We lost a couple of the Julie Cory catfish here, but that was mainly because the store that I got them from, their barbs were all broken off on a lot of the bigger ones, which was pretty unfortunate. And so I had 5, and 2 of them were big. The smaller ones that their barbs were intact, their barbells that were intact, those ones survived, but the ones where their barbells were broken, those ones died because they probably couldn't scavenge very much food. But overall, the tank is doing great. The water parameters are fantastic. I still had the CO2 tank running 6 or 12 hours a day, actually. It runs for 12 hours a day. Right now, I'm doing about 2 to 3 drops per second, and the tank is still full. I still have like a decent, you won't be able to see it very well, but I started around 800 PSI, and now we're down to about 600, and this thing is still pretty heavy. So we probably still have a couple months worth of CO2 in there, and that's just a 5-pound tank. So this thing is definitely going to get your money's worth if you decide to go for it. But that's pretty much all I got in the video today. Hope you guys liked it. You guys all seem to be enjoying the videos, so leave a like, subscribe for more. I'll probably try and do another monthly update here pretty soon, but let me know in the comments if you want to see something more common, because I've kind of been slacking. Look how red this guy is. That is a deep red. He's almost like a Bloody Mary shrimp. But yeah, the shrimp are doing great. The fish are doing great. I'm probably going to grab a couple more neon tetras and then a couple more Julie catfish. I want to get a whole school of Julie Cory cats. But other than that, this tank is pretty stocked. Anything more than this would be a little too much. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.